Good luck.
Good afternoon.
Merhaba arkadaşlar. Merhaba arkadaşlar, hepiniz hoş geldiniz IEFT Talks webinarlarına. Bugün dünyanın en iyi 27. Genç Üniversitesi The Hong Kong University of Science and Technology'de eğitimi Dünyan'dan dinliyor olacağız. Lütfen sorularınızı questions kısmından sormayı unutmayın. Yes, Dorian, the stage is yours now.
Well, thank you, Sinap. This is Ryan. I'm the manager of the Undergraduate Recruitment Admissions Office of the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. It's my pleasure to be meeting you at IEFT webinar here, and this is my first time joining this platform, so bear with me if I'm not that, familiar with the platform. And I'm not really used to not seeing a lot of people via the online platform, just talking to myself, so feel free to add your questions at the chat box. I will try to check it even during my presentation if I could do that at all. So before I start, I would just like to ask if any of you have been to Asia, been to Hong Kong even, and let me know in the chat box if you've ever been here, or if you've been to Hong Kong, if you've ever been to the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. I'm pretty sure you've heard of us, but then I doubt any of you have come to HKUST. So let's see. Now, let me share the screen and I will start the presentation right away. Just bear with me. Now, I'll start my presentation right away. You'll see many handsome and beautiful faces here. They are all our students. And this is HKUST. As you can see here, we are by the sea, and we are in a small little hill there, surrounded by greenery and bushes there. So the first row of buildings are student residential halls. We leave the best location for our students. And every morning when they push open the window, they will have this spectacular sea view in front of them as we try to provide the best environment for our students. So they will have their time to focus on their study, or when they're really stressed out, they will have this relaxing view in front of them. Many will have said, or we do dub ourselves as one of the most beautiful campuses in the whole world. If you haven't been here, I would really sincerely invite you to pay us a visit. And I'm pretty sure when you come here, you'll fall in love with the campus, and you might as well fall in love with HKUST as well. Many of the students choose to come to HKUST, one of the major reasons is because of the beautiful campus there. So it's really spectacular. Now, another reason here is the ranking, of course. We are a very young university. We were established in 1991. So do your math. We are celebrating our 30th anniversary. So 30 years is pretty young as a university, as higher education or institute to go, because there are so many universities in the whole world with a much longer history, hundreds of them. So among the world's young university, we are, well, not number 3. We are actually number 2 according to the latest QS 50 under 50 ranking. So we're number 2 in the whole world among the world's young university. What about including everyone? We are 34th in the world. So not bad for a university with such a short history. Now, these are our academic ranking. What about our graduates? What about our students? So there's some survey or done by a European agency that's emerging. They will interview recruiters, headhunters, and human resources personnel of multinational corporations every year, 3,000 of them from 20 different countries. They will ask them, this recruiters, headhunters, the question, graduates from which university they will consider more employable. And this is the ranking they come up every year. HUST graduates are 26 most employable in the whole world. So even higher than our world university ranking here. So that means where our graduates, when they look for jobs, they wouldn't really have to worry not have a job offer. Many of them will have more than one just offer even before they graduate. So come here, join us after 4 years. You are guaranteed a pretty bright future and career pathway there. So rankings. How What have we done? And how do we achieve so much with such a short span of time? I would just say it's because of the people. The people, it's the essence of our academic excellence there. We have a very strong academic faculties here. So they are all PhD holders, and their PhD degrees are from the world's top universities. We have a very global and very international faculty stream here. So because they're so strong and their published journals, citations are quoted everywhere, one of the reasons making our ranking so high up there internationally. So their academic excellence is well recognized globally. So there are 690 of them. Just like I said, 100% of them are PhD holders, and all from the world's top universities. Great minds think alike, and they gather together. So what about our students? And what do we provide for our students? While we are young, we are pretty pioneering in program provisions. We have a number of Asia's first or even the world's very first. Let me just name a few here. Nowadays, online open courses are so popular. You just click on YouTube and click on some platform, you will have these even free courses you can take online. But more than a decade ago, it was a brand new idea, and actually HKUST was the first one to partner with Coursera and edX to provide Asia's very first MOOC, Massive Open Online Courses. So we were the first one in Asia to do that. HKUST is a research university, and we are the first one in Asia to provide undergraduate research opportunities program. So when we say Europe, this is what the program says. We are a research university, or our faculties do research, and we like to extend the opportunities for our undergraduate students. When you're thinking of scientific or academic research, usually it will happen at the postgraduate level, but at HKUST, through the Europe program, even undergraduate, even year one student will have the chance to partner with our faculty, our professors, to join their research projects. So every year through the Europe project, over 300 different scientific or academic research will be provided, and over 100 of faculties will join the program, and students, year one student or year four student, they can choose from 300 different research projects and join them. Even if they have their own research ideas, they can, through the Europe program, to have their advice from faculties. So if you accumulate enough research experiences during your undergraduate years, it will be pretty easy for you to find postgraduate opportunities at the top-notch universities in overseas. So that's the Europe program. When it comes to college options, when you start searching for tertiary education, tertiary colleges or university worldwide, first you will think, what programs I'm interested in, which university are good in this programs or in disciplines. So what about the rankings? If the subject ranking is high, maybe that's where you would like to go, just like the HKUST. But nowadays, we have observed that many students will have just more than one area of interest, and they may not be able to combine their very diverse interests. So we created the individualized interdisciplinary major. It's a program that will allow students to create their own major. So you can combine different disciplines and create your own very major here through the IIM program. You can see from the blurry background, there's a boy working on the robot there. His name is Thomas. He graduated 3 years ago from a major degree created by himself. It's the Bachelor of Science in Bionics. So it's a interdisciplinary program because it involves computer engineering, computer science, physics. So, and he got the support of all the different departments to help him to finish his first degree, and which he created himself. So at HKUST, we provide support to help our students to achieve what they wish to achieve. As I mentioned, there are so many different interests of students, and the world is becoming more and more multifaceted. Maybe just one specialized area may not be enough. So more than a decade ago, we started to create cross-disciplinary programs. So I will show you a quarter of our programs are actually cross-disciplinary, interdisciplinary, or joint school programs there. Now, at the bottom, you will see this is a program that's actually the very first in the whole world. It's called World Bachelor of Business. So 8 years ago, we started to partner with the University of Accounting in Italy and the University of Southern California in US to create the world's very first triple degree and joint university program. Nowadays, joint university programs may be quite common, but 8 years ago, we were the first one to provide such a joint university program. It still is the only triple degree and joint university program the world has here. So pioneering, always something new. We do see the needs of the future, and here is a list of all the multidisciplinary programs that we provide. And we are always creating something new. Started from last year, we had created a framework that's called extended major. So the very first one is artificial intelligence. So how it works is you can have your first degree. It can be Bachelor of Science, it can be a Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Science, and then you can add on this extended major. So for science students, engineering students, they can have extended major in artificial intelligence. Even for our business students this year, they can have an extended major in artificial intelligence as well. And add on to the framework, we have this year have added on a digital media and creative arts extended major. So pretty much all the schools would have programs that for students that could add on this DMCA extended major. So it's pretty creative because I always like to provide more options for our students. And you will see these very hot topics nowadays. And so come to HKUST, you will always have some new options for you. Okay, let me go back a few slides. Okay, sustainability is a very hot topic as well, and we try to change the whole campus as a living lab. So our students would, just use all the facilities on the campus to do their own projects. We have the Internet of Tree Things, try to monitor the conditions of different trees. And we have the Pulse of HKUST, which is a monitoring different conditions around the campus by the screen there. And we have a digital train for HKUST campus as well. So again, you can just use pretty much all the facilities on the campus to do whatever you wish to do. It's a pretty creative notion here. We try to create a very international campus for our students, so our students would become global citizens. And we are a very international campus here. You can see that this is a global village. We have over 20% of the students that's not from Hong Kong, and among them, about 10% are from around the world. The majority will be from Asia, of course, and we do have over 80 different nationalities of our student population, over 80 nationalities there. And we try to provide many opportunities for our students. There's a ranking that I mentioned earlier, number 26 in the whole world. That's the graduate employability ranking. One of the reasons it's our students, 82% of them will have internship experience before graduation. So you come here, it's very likely you will have internship opportunities provided by your own school, by the Career Center, and the Career Center has been voted as the best career center in Hong Kong. So employment rate is over 98% for our graduates, and many of them, like I mentioned earlier, would have graduate offers before graduation. So come here, no worries of not finding a job here. HK Hong Kong is a financial hub, and so many opportunities for students, even international students, to find jobs after graduation. And another note for international non-Hong Kong, non-local students, the Immigration Department actually allows non-Hong Kong international students to stay in Hong Kong unconditionally for 1 full year. You can use the year to find a job, to do internship, and if you had a grad job after graduation and you stay in Hong Kong together with the 4 years you do your undergraduate studies, so 7 years will make you eligible to apply for permanent citizenship in Hong Kong. Just a note there. We do also offer many support for our students to become entrepreneurs. We have what we call the $1 million entrepreneurship competition. Many of our students and faculties and even staff are entrepreneurs because there are many support for them. Every year, this $1 million entrepreneurship competition, the winners will have Seminerlerde to have their startup companies. So come here, we'll help you to achieve your entrepreneur dreams. There are boundless opportunities, not just exchange, not just internship, not just entrepreneurs and research. We have service learning, we have case competitions, and whatever you wish to achieve, you will find the opportunities here. And if you haven't really decided what your true interests are, come here. You have all the flexibilities to help you find out, to explore your true interest area. I will go into the curriculum design part, which will tell you how flexible our education is. So, university education should help you to thrive in the future, and we do not want to frame you. We like to support you. We want you to think out of the box, to explore all the opportunities. So, are you ready to achieve? Let me now go to the admissions part. We are a research university. We're not a comprehensive university, and we only have 4 schools: that's science, engineering, business and management, humanities, and social science. And like I mentioned earlier, we have a number of interdisciplinary programs. So of course, we do have the interdisciplinary programs office. Together, we provide 49 majors. You see there's a plus sign because the extended major making our number of majors so, flexible in a way, because many of the programs or many of the majors can have an extended major in addition. So the number is 49 plus, and we have 24 minus that. Of course, we have the dual university or double degree, and we have world's very first triple degree joint university program. So you can these are the options for you. If you join the humanities and social science school, you may have the chance of doing a 3+2 5-year dual degree program after 5 years, because we partner with the University of Waseda there. So it's a 5-year program. And for the joint university program, World Bachelor in Business, it's a 4-year program. It requires SAT, mind you, because University of Southern California in US requires SAT there. So the first 3 years, you will be spending 1 year in each of the university. And the 4th year, you can choose whichever university among the 3 you want to go. So after 4 years, you will have 3 degree certificates issued by 3 universities. And that would mean you are allowed to work in all these countries or regions. So pretty exciting program there. So when you apply to HKUST, while we have 49 majors, you don't have that many application choices, because we do have what we call the school-based application choice. So this comes through the flexibility part. For example, if you are interested in computer science or computer engineering, which are under the engineering school, you don't apply for computer science or computer engineering directly. You apply for engineering, which is a school-based option. And we have the extended major part, so you can choose engineering plus AI. And another school-based option is business and management. If you are interested in business in general, but you cannot really fix on a particular major, you can choose business and management, which is a school-based option. For the science school, there are also school-based options as well. If you're interested in chemistry or biology, you can choose Science B. If you're interested in math and physics, you must choose Science A. So for these options, it's what we call school-based option. You don't have to fix on a single major. You apply to the school, and when you're admitted to the school first. But we also have what we call the program-based application choices. So these include all the business school majors. So if you're really that interested in, for example, accounting, which is a business school major, you can choose to apply directly to professional accounting. And we have a number of the joint school programs and interdisciplinary or cross-disciplinary programs you can directly apply. So these are what we call the program-based application choices. But whichever school or whichever program you choose to apply, the first year you will be doing foundation courses. Let me just give you an example here. So Sophia is interested in business and management in general, but she's not fixed on a particular major, so she applied for business and management, which is a school-based option. And Ted here is really interested in accounting, so he applies to the program-based professional accounting choice there. But for the first year, both of them will be doing foundation courses offered by the business school. And after the first year, at the end of the first year, there is this major selection exercise during which both of them will have the option of choosing their major. So Sophia, who entered through the school-based option, who didn't have a fixed major, can choose her interested option during the major selection exercise. And it turns out Sophia is interested in professional accounting, so she applies for it. And then let's see what happens to Ted first. So after the first year, while not doing anything related to accounting, Ted is still interested in accounting. So he really fixed on professional accounting, just like Sophia fixed on professional accounting. And both of them will graduate in professional accounting. Okay. So whether you are applying through a school-based option or program-based option, they end up graduating from the same degree. So there's another example here. Stella, both of them choose the engineering school-based option. Just like I mentioned earlier, all the engineering programs, you have to apply by the engineering school-based option. And after the first year, Theo and Stella, finding they're interested in different engineering programs. Stella is interested in data science and technology. Theo is interested in civil engineering. So they choose that during the major selection exercise. And after 4 years, they will graduate from different majors. So these are what we call the flexibility there, because during the major selection exercise, if Theo would like to choose a interdisciplinary program, so a cross-disciplinary program or joint school program, he can change. So because at the major selection exercise, not just the engineering programs he can choose, he can also choose the interdisciplinary programs as well. And for business students, actually for all our students, during the major selection exercise, they can choose not just the major programs provided by their own school. They can also choose major programs provided by the interdisciplinary programs and all the other cross-disciplinary programs. If they like to do a double major, like the second major, they can do it and they can declare it during the major selection exercise as well. So many of our students, especially the business school students, will graduate with 2 majors. There are students who did triple majors as well. So many options. You can do 1 major, 1 minor, 2 majors, or 2 major with 2 minors. Whatever combination, it's very, very flexible. Now the application timeline for 2022 entry. It will start in late September. For 2022, the application will start in 27th of September. And there's an early bird deadline, which ends on the 19th of November this year. And the early round deadline will be in mid-January next year. If you apply via the early round deadline, before the earlier deadline, you're guaranteed to hear from us from mid-December onwards. So you will have admission offer from mid-December onwards. And if you apply by the main round deadline, you will hear from us, have the admission offer from late January onwards. So that's the application timeline here. What about the procedure? First, you create an account on our online application portal. You fill in the online application form, then choose your program. I give you a very detailed description of our program choices and school-based options. So there are 49 degree majors, but then there are only 20-some application choices. Among them, you can choose 2 choices. It can be a school-based option plus a program-based option, or 2 school-based options, just up to you. And then nominate an academic referee. It can be your counselor, it can be your form teacher, who can write you a recommendation letter or reference letter. Then upload all the required documents. What we mean required documents will include a personal statement or an essay, and all your high school transcript date back 3 years. If you're doing IB, that will be from grade 10 onwards. If you're doing GCA level, that will be from grade 11 and grade 12, and matriculation 3 years. So high school transcript, personal statement, and recommendation from your career counselor or form teacher. And remember to hit the submit button and pay the $450 application fee. Make sure you submit the application. And then once you have your examination results, update it and upload it to your online application form. Because we do understand by early round deadline, which is in November, and main round deadline, many examinations may not be released, or you may not even have taken the examinations. So you don't really have to find your examination results when you submit your application. But just state very clearly what kind of, which examination you intend to take, and when you expect to have the results. And once you have the results, upload it to the online application form. Now, the very important part is requirements. There are 3 parts: general admission requirements, specific requirement, which include subjects, English, and interviews, and overall assessment. That will include pretty much, we look at your whole profile. We do accept a wide range of qualifications, including American, British, and Canadian, or IB. You can scan the QR code here and find out. Now, we do accept the Turkish national examination, and the reference score from previous year, it's 75 out of 100. Okay, if you're taking IB, the basic requirement is IB diploma. If you're doing GCA level, that's 3 A-level subjects. So I just have a reference for Russia. We do take the Russian national examination. Again, we do accept other qualification and national examination as well. You can just scan the QR code and find out more. Or you can ask me and I will share the website with you, which will tell you what our requirements are for specific qualifications. Some reference score here for 2020 entry for students doing IB who got admitted to HKUST. Their reference score is 36 to 40. Of course, there are students with higher score who got admitted and with lower score got admitted too. For students using American pattern, the SAT reasoning test results are 1400 to 1500. So reference score, this is the mid-50 score range. And for GCA level, that will be 3A to 3A stars. So there are students with better scores or higher grades, but there are students with less scores and lower grades who got admitted as well. So this is for reference only. We do use English as the teaching medium, so we do accept a wide range of English proficiency test results as well. So here are some. If you're doing IB, if you're doing SAT, if you're doing GCA level, you can use the English to fulfill that part. Again, you can scan the QR code and find out other national examinations English tests that we do accept. Of course, we can use TOEFL or IELTS as well. For TOEFL, there will be internet-based 80, and for IELTS, it's an overall band of 6.0. We don't have specific requirement for different papers, okay? Make sure you check the subject requirements of the programs or the schools you try to apply. For example, if you're interested in the engineering programs, computer science, computer engineering, you have to apply through engineering. See here? You must have high-level math in your high school examinations. And one of the yellow dots here, which is can buy, computer studies or statistics. If you're interested in physics or math, which you have to apply through Science Day, you must, of course, have physics or math, one of them. And if you're trying to apply for Science B, which is chemistry and biology, then you must have either biology or chemistry. Check out the subject requirements and make sure you have the required subjects. Interview is not a must, except if if you are applying for the programs listed here. For most of the other programs, you do not need to have interview. Many of our students got admitted to HKUST without an interview. So no worries unless you are applying for the programs listed here if you do not have an interview, okay? Now, fees and scholarships. We will always say HKUST is really value for money. We are charging 140,000 Hong Kong dollars a year, which is 18,000 US dollars a year. As compared to more common destinations that will be USA, UK, or Australia, Hong Kong's or HKUST's tuition fee and expenses are just maybe just half of those in the US. Consider the ranking and the quality of education that we provide. I would just say we're really value for money here. So you can do your comparison. And we do have admission scholarships and which are on merit-based. So there's standard scholarship scheme and the school may top up. All the admissions or academic scholarships, you do not need to apply. You will be considered automatically if you apply for admissions of our programs or schools. You'll be considered automatically, no need to apply for academic scholarship. Now, just the IB standard scheme here, if you score 40 or above, you will have some kind of scholarship. And if you have a score 45, of course, full tuition fee waived for all 4 years, and you will have a 55,000 Hong Kong dollars per annum for your living allowance there. We do have the GCA level scheme as well, which is listed on the web, and we do have country-based options, country-based scholarship for students as well, but then it's not listed, so you can ask me. Okay, so there is the Olympiad medalist scheme as well. If you have joined any of the international or Asian Olympiad competitions and you are a medalist, let us know. There's a standard scheme there. For 2022 intake, we have created what we call Beyond Academic Achievement Scholarship there, or admission scheme there, BAAS. This is what we, if you have outstanding achievement in pretty much any non-academic areas like music, art, sport, entrepreneurship, leadership, musicals, even esports, you can just apply for the BAAS, Beyond Academic Admission Scholarship. And the highest award will be 50,000 Hong Kong dollars. This one you do need to apply, and you can check on our website as well. We do have a number of other scholarships for current students. If you don't have an admission scholarship or you don't have the BAS, you don't have to worry because there are many other scholarship offerings for current students, for enrolled students. Of course, these will need to apply as well. So that's all for HKUST. We are on all social media channels. You can just search us, HKUST Admissions. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and YouTube. Just search this and you can find us. Our student ambassador will be happy to chat with you via all these social platforms. And you can just check here and sign up for any. We will keep you updated for our admissions update, and our e-brochures are available. They are being updated at the moment, and they will be ready before the application begins, which is in end of or late September. So that's HKUST, and I will stop sharing right now. Before I go to the chat box and search all the, see what question you might have, let me just play a video. I would really like to charm you with our campus here. Okay, thank you for bearing with me for the past 40 minutes. And let me just answer the question in the question box there. I will just start from the very top here. So forgive me, I do not know how to pronounce your name. So this Hoya, hope I pronounced it correctly. Do you offer English prep year or pre-sessional English? No, we do not. Because our program is undergraduate program, so we do not have prep year or English prep year there. So is Gunida, can we apply to more than one program with one application fee? Yes, you can. You have two application choices when you apply for your, just like I mentioned earlier, you have 20-something application choices. You have two choices when you apply to HKUST. So you can apply to more than one program. You can have program-based option, you can have program-based option, or you can have different combination. You have two choices, okay? I'm a current student of bachelor degree, so either there, of a bachelor degree program, and can I apply for transfer? Yes, you can. You can just go to our website, which I will write down, or I don't know how to do it. Do I write down anywhere? Sinat, please help me. If I have to share my website or share their email address, how should I do it?
Please go to chat box and you can share there.
Okay. And what I can do here is I also share a window, which is our web page. Let me just share screen. You can see this is our website here. I'm sharing. It's join.hk/usd/edu/hk. So Ida was asking, I'm a current student of bachelor degree program. Can I apply for a transfer? You can go to this website here. I'm now on international qualifications. So you go there, find admissions, and find out post-secondary. Because you're a bachelor degree student, you are post-secondary, you can go there and find out all the requirements there. You can apply as a transfer student. So these are the requirements. You are from a degree program with a GPA of B+ or above, or 80%. Okay, so these are the requirements. And for students with international qualification, join.hkusd.edu/hk admissions, and you can go to admissions and choose international qualification. So these, I can just search Turkish. General admission requirement, Turkey. See, we do accept the Anatolia High School Diploma, State High, Private High School Diploma, or Science High School Diploma. And for students using the Turkish National Examination, their overall average is 75% or above. So that's the reference score. So these are the web page that you can go choose from. And let me also write in the chat box. So it's HTTP. Okay. I just wrote down in the chat box there. What is the deadline for the January intake? We do not have a January intake. We only have a September intake. So September intake, I've already mentioned, the application will start in late September, and the early bird is kind of late November. That will be 19th of November, early bird deadline. And in January, we'll have the main round deadline. And so only September intake there. How many international students are currently studying at the university? 20 to 25% of our UG population, our undergraduate population, it's non-Hong Kong students. So we do have over 2,000 of them because our total UG population is about 10,000. So there are about 2,000 non-Hong Kong students studying at the UG level. What are the other expenses, such as living expenses, etc., in Hong Kong? So I told you about their tuition fee, which is about 18,000 US a year. And the accommodation plus living expenses for a whole year will be about 22,000 to 26,000 US. So that's for a whole year, including university provided accommodation. That will be around 22 to 26,000 US dollars. Are courses taught in English or Chinese? All courses are taught in English, except this language courses. So if you try to study Japanese, of course, that will be taught in Japanese, plus English, of course. So that's why we have the English language proficiency requirement there. All English exams are accepted TOEFL, IELTS. We accept TOEFL or IELTS, and we accept other English proficiency tests, but you have to check on our website using the website I gave you on the chat box that I just copied, and go there, check out English language requirement. You can go to international or post-secondary. That is the box for English language requirement. You can check out the English proficiency requirement or the test that we do accept there. So TOEFL or IELTS, definitely yes, but we do accept GC level, IB English, and SAT or ACT English as well. What does this university want for English certificate, like IELTS or TOEFL, and how it should grade? So for TOEFL, it will be internet-based 80. So score 80 is the basic requirement. For IELTS, it's 6.0. Overall band 6.0. We do not have separate score for different papers for IELTS, but we do accept others as well, like I mentioned earlier. Can Turkish student get part-time work permit while studying Hong Kong? So it differentiates between doing semester time or that doing holiday. During semester time, all non-local students, including Turkish students, can work on campus part-time job for up to 10 hours per week. And on campus, that means within their part-time job offered by different departments at the HKUST, different units. So during semester time, you can do up to 10 hours per week. And the hourly fee is $63 Hong Kong. That will be about $8. That would be $8 an hour. And you can work up to 10 hours. That will be about $80 a week. Okay. And during holiday, you can, for students doing intern, they are paid internships. So you can do internship during the holiday times. Like I mentioned, many of our students would do internship. They can do it during the summer break or during the winter break. Some of them will have internship even during semester time. They can arrange their academic timetable like they will spare one full day during the week. Either they can do internship or do other whatever they wish to do for the whole day. And during semester time, you can do internship as well. Some internship are paid. So there are two types of job you can do. On-campus part-time job, 10 hours per week, or internship, paid internship, okay? Is there a scholarship option for undergraduate students? Of course, we have. I share their scholarship offerings during my presentation. There are admission scholarships, which you do not need to apply. You will be considered automatically. And for those with scholarship offer, you will receive the scholarship offer letter together with the admission offer. So no need to apply, you'll be reviewed automatically and you will receive the scholarship offer letter together with your admission offer. And we do have generous scholarship offerings for international students. We have standard scheme for GCSE level and for IB students. For other qualifications, you'll be considered automatically, and it's on merit based. So a master program duration 1 year or 2 years. It's normally 2 years, and sometimes if it's a research or program, research master, it may take more than 2 years. Okay. So I think I have answered all the questions. Let me just leave for everyone their inquiry email address in the chat box. The UJ inquiry at USTHK is our inquiry email. You can always write us. And we will have a virtual info day on 25th of September. You are most welcome to join. And I'm providing here the website that will give you all the details, and you can talk to our student ambassador, talk to our professor, talk to our staff and admission officers at the virtual info day. So I have given another web link there, which you can click on it and go to the virtual info day website and find out the details and the live talk schedule, and you can join there. You have to register to join the sections, and all our 49 majors or departments will be there, and there will be live talks, there will be student sharing, there will be campus tour, and there will be games, and you will win awards if you are quick enough. So I think that's all for me today. Do we have more questions from you?
Yes, thank you very much for your great presentation, Zorian. It was
Thank you.
really beneficial for the attendees, we believe. Also, you covered all of the questions. Thank you for your answers too.
Thank you, Sunat. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. The Hong Kong University of Science and Technology ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için Zoria'nın paylaşmış olduğu mail adresinden sorularınızı iletebilirsiniz. Aynı zamanda linkleri de incelemeniz faydalı olacaktır. Sizi altıdaki webinarımızda da görmek isteriz. Thank you very much again, Zorian. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.
Thank you very much, and feel free to email us, go to our website, and feel free to connect with me via the email. I'll be most happy to answer all your questions via the email if you don't, if you think of anything.
Okay, after. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.